Shark makes many different cordless vacuums, but the two most popular lines of cordless vacuums are the Shark Ion Series vacuums and the Shark Rocket Series vacuums. Shark Ion Series vacuums include the Ion F80, X40, and P50. Shark Rocket Series vacuums include the Rocket Pro, and the Rocket Pet Pro. The Ion F80 and X40 and the Rocket and Rocket Pro all do not have a HEPA post-motive filter and therefore did not pass our filtration and sealing test. For this reason, they are generally not recommended, and so we won't take the time to compare them to Dysons in this guide. That leaves us with the Shark Ion P50 and the Rocket Pet Pro. Let's compare the Rocket Pet Pro first. Compared to Dysons, the Rocket Pet Pro has considerably lower airflow and suction. Here's the Rocket Pet Pro's performance in our carpet stress test compared to that of a few Dysons. According to our testing, the Rocket Pet Pro deep cleans carpet just as well as the V8 and even better than the V7, though it did not deep clean carpet as well as either the V10 or the V11. Here's the Rocket Pet Pro's performance in our hard floor stress test compared to that of a few Dysons. Dysons in general performed much better in our hard floor crevice test. Dysons also either come with or are at least compatible with a soft roller cleaner head, which is the best cleaner head you can use to clean hard floors. The Rocket Pet Pro is not compatible with any soft roller cleaner head. The Rocket Pet Pro compares quite favorably to a lot of Dysons when it comes to battery life and performance. Again, it performed just as well as the V8 and better than the V7 in our carpet deep clean test, and it has much better battery life than both of those Dysons also. Not to mention the fact that the Shark comes with a swappable battery, while the V7 and V8 do not. The Shark's battery life and performance is also very good compared to the V10, though not as good compared to the V11. The Rocket Pet Pro is heavier in the hand than the V7, V8, and V10, though it is lighter than the V11. The Shark has a power switch, while all Dysons have a trigger that you have to hold down to keep them on. On the negative side for the Shark, it has a trigger that is awkward to pull and keep pulled to keep its high power mode activated, while Dysons have a switch or button to set them to lower or higher suction. The Pet Pro has a larger bin than the V7 and V8, but a smaller bin than the V10 and V11. Like Dysons, the Pet Pro does not stand up on its own. Moving on to the P50, compared to many Dysons, the P50 has a lower combination of airflow and suction, which contributes to its poor performance in our carpet deep clean test and our hard floor crevice test compared to Dysons. The P50 does have a duo clean cleaner head, which allows it to pick up especially large debris better than most Dysons in most applications. But when it comes to finer debris, Dysons do far better than the P50, according to our testing on both carpets and hard floors. On carpet, it's easy to see the difference. Just look at the difference in pickup in our carpet deep clean test. On hard floors, it's a bit more difficult. To see the difference, you have to look at crevice test performance. At the surface, it may look like the crevice test only tests for how well the vacuum can pull up debris out of a crack or crevice, but it actually goes much deeper than that. The crevice test also shows how well the vacuum seals to hard surfaces for maximum suction. And the better the seal for maximum suction, the better the vacuum is able to pick up non-visible, finer debris from hard surfaces. And Dysons, even with their standard cleaner heads, performed much better in this test than the P50. And so on hard floors, the P50 has the edge over Dysons when it comes to large debris, but otherwise, Dysons have the edge over the P50. And that is only with the Dysons having their standard cleaner head installed. Dysons also give you the option of using a soft roller cleaner head, which allows them to perform very well in our crevice test and clean up larger surface level debris, even larger debris, on hard floors just as well as the Shark's Duo Clean cleaner head. A Dyson with a soft roller cleaner head cleans hard floors much better than the P50. The downside is that you can't use a soft roller cleaner head on carpet, and so you have to swap cleaner heads when cleaning multiple surfaces if you're using a Dyson with a soft roller cleaner head installed. Of course, you can always just use it with its standard cleaner head, where it still performs better than the P50 on hard surfaces outside of picking up large debris. On carpet, the P50 does pick up large debris better than the V10 and V11, but not the V7 or V8. And it picks up finer debris much worse than all of those Dysons, as demonstrated in our carpet deep clean test, as we mentioned earlier. Compared to Dysons, the P50 offers good battery life, but not nearly the same level of performance. For quick surface level pickup, the P50's battery life is great. But if you're looking for a deeper clean, a thorough cleaning of carpet or hard floors, the Dysons have the ability to do it much better, albeit at reduced battery life. The P50, the vacuum itself, is heavier than all Dysons, though it is lighter in the hand than the V10 and V11, and only slightly heavier in the hand than the V7 and V8. That is because most of its weight is distributed towards the bottom, while much of the weight of the Dysons is distributed more towards the top of the vacuum. This weight distribution also allows the P50 to stand up on its own, while all Dysons cannot. Another benefit of this design is that the P50 has a very large dust bin, with a greater maximum measured capacity than all Dyson bins, except for the V11 outsize's massive 1.5 liter bin. The P50 has a power button to turn it on, while all Dysons have triggers, as we mentioned earlier. The P50 requires you to hold the boost mode button down to keep boost mode, its higher power mode, activated, while Dysons have a power mode switch or button that you don't have to hold down. Moving on to general recommendations, let's once again start with the Shark RocketPet Pro. The RocketPet Pro definitely has some positives going for it, namely its carpet deep cleaning performance and battery life, though all things considered, including raw performance, general carpet and hard floor performance, versatility, and build quality, we would pick most Dysons over the RocketPet Pro. We would also pick most Dysons over the P50. Dysons offer better airflow and suction, they deep clean carpet better, outside of large debris, they clean hard floors better, and with a soft roller cleaner head installed, they clean hard floors much better. Dysons, especially the Dyson V11, also give you a better combination of battery life and performance compared to the P50. The P50 definitely has some positives going for it, namely the fact that it stands up on its own, its large dustbin, and its good battery life outside of performance. But all things considered, for a thorough, complete cleaning of both carpet and hard floors, Dysons are the better option.